In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make $2,000 every single week by starting your own AI cold email agency business. And the best part about this is that you don't need to be an expert marketer or even a tech whiz to be able to set up this business. Because I'm going to share with you this one AI tool that can help you do everything from setting up your email accounts to writing up the emails to sourcing the leads and even sending out the emails. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is San, and on this channel, we talk about how you can leverage AI and automation to build a semi-passive online business so that you can make predictable recurring income. Now, before we get started, if you would like a step-by-step course where I teach you this exact business model for free, all you have to do is just like this video, share it with a friend, and then comment down below with the word AI agency, and I'll send you a private link to this course for free. All right, with that being said, let's get right into it. So here's our strategy. First, we're going to identify B2B businesses that need sales appointments. So that's pretty much all the B2B businesses that are out there. They all need sales appointments. They all need to make sales so that their business could survive. So the second thing is going to be for us to build a simple AI cold email outreach system. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the same exact system to reach out to these businesses and try to get them to get on a call with us. And then the third thing is for us to offer to build this system for their business. And the less hands-off it can be for them, the better. Meaning that we want to take care of all of the setup. We want to take care of all of the incoming messages. And if we can book the leads for them on their behalf, that's even better because then it'll be more hands-off for them and they'll pay more money for this service. And once they become your client, you're going to charge them a setup fee and then a $500 to $1,000 every single month to maintain the system. Let me first give you some benefits of using cold outbound. First of all, it's cheaper than ads. The cost of paid ads has been rising every single year. With cold email, the costs are going to be relatively the same month after month, year after year. It's also very scalable. All you have to do to scale is just add additional domains and email accounts for you to start sending even more emails. Cold email is also great for small market sizes. So my recommendation is if there are less than 50,000 businesses of the target market that you're going after, then definitely use cold outbound. And like I said before, it's great for B2B. It doesn't work too well with B2C, but it is possible. It's also durable in the long run because once it's built, it's very stable and predictable. There's no need for you to change up the messaging or the creatives because you know that the messaging works. So all you have to do is just add more companies and add more people that you want to reach out to, which, like I said, it's also pretty easy to scale. And lastly, it's pretty hard to copy or knock off. When you are running ads, a lot of people can see it, even your competitors. So they can easily just copy what you're doing and the offer that you're providing, and then they can just copy it. With cold email, it's going to be quite hard to knock off from because you're reaching directly to your prospect clients. Now let's go through some numbers here. If you were to send 1,000 emails every single day, that means that you send about 30,000 emails monthly. And let's just say that there's an open rate of 50%. Which means that 15,000 people will open the email. And let's just say that 5% of those people reply back. That's 750 replies, okay? Now, not all replies are going to be positive. So let's just be conservative and say that 15% of the people reply back positively, meaning that they're interested in hearing what you have to say or they're interested in booking a call. So that means that 112 people would have booked meetings. And let's just say that not everyone shows up and only about 75% of those booked meetings show up. That means that you'll have 84 live demos, and assuming that you close a decent rate of 20%, that is going to be 16 closes. Let's say that you're selling the service or the product at $1,000. That means that you could be making $16,000 per month. Not too shabby, right? Now, before we get into the setup of this cold outbound system, you should know that the only goal with cold outbound should be to get a prospect on a call, not to get the sale. Okay, a lot of people make a mistake of trying to pitch their product or service right in the email. And that's not going to be what gets you the sale. The point of the cold email is for them to be intrigued enough so that they can get on a call with you. Okay, let's move on. All right, so here's everything you're going to need to set up this system. First, you're going to have to get domains and email accounts. You don't want to be using the business's primary domain and email accounts because if they get flagged by the email sender, then the business won't be able to use those email accounts anymore. So we want to be using what's called burner domains and burner email accounts. Second thing is we're going to need to source the leads. We're going to have to make sure that they're clean because if we're sending emails to a list of bad email addresses, then those accounts that we're sending from are also going to get flagged. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is then write up the email sequence. And then after that, we're going to then start sending emails. And once the campaign is live and the emails are getting sent, we're going to continuously monitor and reply back to the positive responses. And then out of those positive responses, we're going to get a number of people who are going to book calls. For the leads that did give positive replies but did not book an appointment, we're going to continue to follow up and nurture them until they book the calls. All right, so now that I've shown you all the steps needed to set up this system, I'm going to show you this AI tool that will basically do 90% of all these steps. So the tool I'm talking about is called Instantly AI. Basically, it will help you set up all of your email accounts, help you write up the emails and send those emails. All right, so with their pricing, they do have different tiers. If you have a small list of, let's say, 1,000 emails, then you can start with a $30 per month plan. But if you are trying to send more emails and you want to start scaling your outreach, then you can start upgrading to their higher tiers. The one that I have is the hypergrowth plan. All right, so let's go into the system and let me show you how to get everything set up. So let me first give you an overview of what the technical setup looks like. So we have to first buy domains and then create accounts within those domains. And the reason why we want to do that is because we don't want to use our main domain to send out cold emails, because at some point there's a chance that your account might get flagged. And when your account gets flagged, your domain also gets impacted. And so we want to basically create what we call burner domains so that we're going to be sending out emails through those email accounts that are linked to those domains. Now, we're also going to have to set up SPF, DKIM, DMARC. Don't worry, these are pretty simple to do. And then you're also going to have to set up custom tracking and then set up forwarding to the main domain. These are the steps that you need to take when you are trying to set up the cold email account on your own. Now, what Instantly does is it basically helps you create all of those processes automatically. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over to email accounts and I'm going to start by clicking new. And so if you already have the emails already set up, then you can just connect to the existing accounts. You can connect to Gmail, Outlook, and if you have some other providers, you can do it through IMAP or SMTP. All right. But they have this done for you email setup, which makes it super easy for you to be able to get everything set up. So basically the way it works is they will buy the domains for you on your behalf, and then they will automatically set up all of the things that are needed. So everything that is mentioned in the technical setup here, they'll be able to do all of that for you automatically. I'll have this in the description so that you can go through it yourself if that's something that you'd rather do yourself. But I truly recommend for you to go through with the done for you email setup, especially if you are just starting out. All right. So the way it works is we're going to click on this, and then what it's going to do is it's going to ask me to either type in the new domain that I want to create, or I can also search from existing domain. So I'll start with the new domain. If the domain that I want to create should have the word Easy AI in it, it will suggest different domains that I could purchase. So you have Work Easy AI, Global Easy AI, right? And I can also filter it based on if it has .com, .co, or .org. So I mostly want to use .com, so I'm going to uncheck the other two, and then I'm going to have these options, okay? So let's just say that I am good with all of these domains. I can also search for more if I want to, all right? And then let's just say that I like these ones here. So now I have 5 domains. And the total cost of buying those 5 domains is going to be $75. So basically the way it works is they charge you $15 for the domain. And this is at an annual price. So you get to keep this domain for the entire year. So that's usually along the line of what other domain providers also charges. They're really not making a lot of money from this. So I recommend just going through this process here instead of having to buy it through places like Namecheap or GoDaddy or some other places like that, okay? So let's just say that I wanna pick 5 domains that I wanna purchase. So $75. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is create the email accounts. Normally, you'll have to create email accounts on your own separately from where you bought the domain. For example, if you wanted to create Gmail accounts, like G Suite accounts, then you'll have to sign up through G Suite separately. But here, this process makes it easy for you to also get the emails directly from this portal here. First, we're going to create
the forwarding domain. This will be to your main domain. My main domain is email easyaiclub.com. So that's the main one. And then this is going to be the name that I use to create my email account. And then I'm just going to put my name. And then it's going to ask you if you want to create the emails for all of the domains that we're going to be purchasing. Let's just say yes. So add. So it's going to create all of the Gmail accounts based on all the domains that I purchased. And the price for that is $5 a month. So this is also along the same lines of if you were to buy it through G Suite, it's also around the same price. I think it's $6 right now if you buy it through G Suite. So it's actually a little bit cheaper. So the domain annual price is going to be $75. And then the $25 would be for the emails. So now I would just pay $100 to get everything set up, and they're going to create all of the accounts for me. They're also going to set up all of the DNS propagations. Everything's going to be set up in one place. So this is where I truly recommend, instead of having to set everything up yourself, which could take hours, I would just recommend going through this process. And once I place order, then I'm going to be able to see all of my domains in the account section.
Now, before we start creating a campaign, we want to make sure that the email accounts are properly warmed up. So what you want to be doing is you want to come over to each of the email accounts and you want to make sure to start the warm-up process. What that means is that if you start sending hundreds and thousands of emails right after you bought the domain and the email accounts, the system will get flagged and it's all going to the spam folder. So we want to warm them up before you start mass sending emails. So I will recommend warming up these email accounts for at least 2 weeks before you start sending the emails.
So now once you have your domains purchased and your emails accounts set up, we're now going to create a campaign. So I'm going to come over to the campaign area and then I'm going to create a new campaign. We'll call this cold outreach. And then we can say this is a AI offer. All right. So I'm going to click continue. So let's first add some leads into the system. So I'm going to click add leads. Now I can either add through CSV upload, I can enter them manually, or I can use Google Sheets. Or if I don't have any leads to upload, I can also use the system inside of Instantly to find leads. And it's super easy. All you're going to do is just simply search for the avatar of who you're looking to get in front of. So let's say that I want to work with executive coaches that have at least 10 employees. It's going to basically just search for that criteria, and then it's going to show me all of the people that are in that space. So you can see here, executive coach, PwC, US Veteran Affairs, IBM. You can also see the email that they're associated with. So obviously this is not perfect yet, and I want to refine it further. So you could say, I don't want companies that have over 10,000 people inside of the company. So now it's going to filter that down even further. So now we're now getting into the small business realm. All right, let's just say that I am good with this list. If I want to just select this page, which will have 25 records, I can export just 25. Or if I want to export all 4,653 leads, then I can do that. And I can also automatically add them to the campaign that I have. So let's go ahead and upload the first 25 emails. So what I'm going to do is select this, and then I'm going to add to a campaign. And then we're going to select our campaign here. Make sure this is checked off. And then if you want to enable evergreen, which basically means when there are new leads that fit the criteria based on your search, then it will continuously add those leads into the campaign. So for now, I just want to add those 25 leads. So I'm going to click add to campaign. So now we have those leads added. I'm going to open it up. And then if I go to the leads tab, now I have all of their information, their email, the names, the company they work for, their website, title, their social media profiles, and some other information that are going to come in handy later when we're trying to personalize. And it's also verifying all of the emails to make sure that they are valid emails. So that way your email account is protected. And so that's ultimately what we want. It's going to do all of that for me automatically. So now I'll come over to the sequences, and then these are going to be the different emails that are going to be sent out at a interval that you set. So let's set up our first one here.
I'm going to go into AI tools and I'm going to click on AI sequence writer. So we're going to put the name of the company. Let's just say the name is called Executive Fit. And let's just say that Executive Fit is a company that helps executives get fit and healthy. All right, let's just keep it simple. And then let's just say that our offer is that we will help an executive get, or we'll say lose 20 pounds of fat within 90 days, and this will increase their productivity and their business revenue. For target audience, we are going to say C-suite executives, and then going to ask me to include case studies. So this is a fictitious company, so I'm just going to use ChatGPT to come up with some case studies. I'm just going to copy this over, put them in here, continue. We're going to generate 3 sequences. So those are going to include the follow-ups. All right, let's see what it comes back with. So here is the first one. I noticed that many C-suite executives like you often struggle and maintain energy during long workday hours. One of our clients, John, CEO, lost 22 pounds in 90 days and saw a 50% increase in revenue due to improved focus. Can we chat briefly? All right, cool. So this AI is already optimized for getting the appointment. It's not trying to sell the solution. It's just crafting a message that is intriguing enough for the prospect to get on a call. So I really like this already. So you can see here for the other sequences, it's really just like a follow-up and then another follow-up after that. If you need to update any of these parameters, you can do them in here. And let's just say that I'm going to use this sequence. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over AI tools, and then I'm going to do a spin text writer. Basically what this does is it will change up the different words so that when it's sending out the emails, it's not sending the same exact email every time. Because if the email provider is seeing that you're sending the same email for like 1,000 people, then they know that you're probably spamming them. So what we're doing with spin text is we're changing up the words in there, and this AI tool is basically doing that automatically for you. So we're going to do the same for the other 2 emails here. Same one with this. All right. And then lastly, we have the AI spam word checker. Basically, it's just checking to make sure that there are no spammy words. And so this one looks good, so we are good. Let's just check the other ones to make sure they are also good to go. Yep, good to go. And then this one is also good to go. Now, the other thing you could do is add variants. This is basically like A/B testing to try to test on either different subject headlines or the body. What I would recommend is starting the A/B testing with the subject line. So this one is going to be the first subject line. And then for the second subject line, we'll say quick question, because this subject line does perform really well. So I'm going to also test this as well. All right. When you are done, you just click save, and then you go over to schedule. And this is where you can schedule to get it sent during the hours of 9 to 6. You can change it to whatever hours that you want to send this to. I recommend just keeping 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. So it looks like you're actually sending these emails during your work hours. And then when you're done with that, you're going to click save, and then you're going to come over to options. You're going to select the accounts that are going to be sending out these emails. I would make sure that the system stops sending emails on reply. Make sure this one is enabled. And then for open tracking, I will keep it disabled for the time being. delivery optimization. This basically means that it will strip away all of the HTML tags, which our emails don't have those to begin with, so we don't have to keep that checked. And then the daily limit, we can keep it as 90. All right, when you are ready, you would just click launch and your campaign will start running. Now, after you start sending out the emails, you're going to be able to track all of the messages that are going to be replied back in this Unibox section here. So make sure to monitor all of these messages that are coming in when you start the email campaign. All right, now that we've done step 1 through 5, how can we actually get them to book a call with us? We're going to use a system called Go High Level. We're going to set up a calendar where they'll be able to find the times that we're both available so that we can get on a demo call. So let me just show you how that works. All you have to do is just click create calendar. You're going to choose one of these options. If it's just one person that's going to be taking a call, I would choose personal booking. If you have a team of salespeople that are going to be taking the calls, then I would choose round robin. I wouldn't choose collapse booking or collective booking for now. Let's just go with round robin for this one. And let's just name this test. And then you're able to choose your team members in here. Here you can change the meeting duration. I'll just keep it at 30 minutes. And here you can choose your booking availability and the times. Be sure to have this one filled out as well. It can be whatever you want. I'll just put testing 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. All right. And then I'm going to click confirm. All right. Now that we have this link here, we can then share this link with our prospect. Now, the second part of this is that we want to follow up with people who didn't book a call and we want to continue to nurture them. So how will we do that? Well, we're going to use the automation feature. So I'm going to come over to automation and I'm going to create a workflow. Now I'm going to select a recipe that is basically the pre-built automation within the high level system. And what I'm going to do is choose the long-term nurture reactivation email sequence. I'm going to select that. Basically what it's going to give me is all of the email sequences, and you can go in there and update it with your own emails, but all of the rules are already set up in here where basically every single month is going to follow up with the lead with an email, and you can change the dates to say instead of 30 days, you could change it to 3 days if you want to. I'll change this as well. All right. So you'll have full control over how you want to set up this nurture sequence. All right. That's pretty much all I can go over in this video so that it doesn't go too long. And of course, there's so many nuances in setting up this kind of business. So if you would like a step-by-step course where I teach you exactly how to start this kind of business, all you have to do is just like this video, share it with a friend, and then comment down below with the word AI agency, and I'll send you a private link to get access to this course for free. Now, if you want to learn how you can offer AI ad services for your clients, then watch this video where I teach you exactly how to do that. All right, see you in the next video.